Hey guys, welcome to Finally Clicked, the podcast where we discuss business, leadership, and personal development. My name is Margaret Smith, and I'm the Director of Operations for Pickett Street Properties, a real estate team out of Bothell, Washington. And I'll be here every week with our owner and team leader, Jesse D. Moore. We'll be digging into concepts and ideas that have helped us both personally and professionally, and you'll also get a chance to hear from local and national experts that we know provide massive value to get to the point where it all finally clicks.
Well, it's up to you, isn't it, mate?
Just add the mate on there at the end.
Well, it's up to you, isn't it, mate? Yeah, just add the mate on there. All right. No, this is, welcome everyone to another episode of Finally Clicked. I am your host, Jesse D. Moore, really subservient to the better hosting abilities of my associate, Margaret McCauley Smith. Welcome to this episode.
Yes.
And this episode is a fun little episode. Mm-hmm. I had this idea last week, but it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you were very much stuck on the fact that we couldn't do it then. You were this has to be in December.
People are very opinionated about when you can start celebrating holidays.
It's true.
And a lot of people don't feel like you can't celebrate Christmas before you celebrate Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. So I'm just honoring those people. I'm saying, hey, I see you. You're heard.
You are heard. You are seen.
You're heard. You are seen.
It's very important to people.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So this episode, we want to discuss our favorite things.
Yes.
Really, it's going to be Margaret's favorite things, but I have a few things as well.
It's going to be each of us have a list.
Well, we thought it'd be interesting and fun to talk about gifts that I might buy for an EA or that an EA might buy for a rainmaker. Or
was that supposed to be the target list?
I don't know. I probably not. Because what it's going to end up being is what I want.
Yeah.
Or love. And what you want and love.
Yeah,
right?
it's like Oprah's list of favorite things.
And this is great. Because
and then I think we can throw out a couple ideas for people for EAs and rainmakers.
People should be excited because
people should be.
I have really good taste.
I do too. You've helped increase my taste.
And I like to share. I like to share. We had this conversation in a team meeting we had recently. One thing, I'm also a good boyfriend. I like to.
You're a good gift giver in general for everybody.
I try to be very thoughtful in my relationships and in my friendships, and I try not to just buy someone a knickknack that they won't use. Mm-hmm. As a boyfriend, I take Jill on dates all the time, like once or twice a week, easily, and we like to go to restaurants and do different things. So we had this conversation. I was encouraging Daniel to take his wife on a date.
Yeah. And
I asked her where he was going to take her, and he said Red Lobster. And the eyes just about rolled into the back of my head. And I'm like, please don't do that. Please take her to like a real restaurant. And he did take her to Red Lobster, and he was very disappointed. Yeah. And I'm like, in the future, just ask
Defer to me, yes.
Come to Yoda. Let me tell you where to
You're
go.
always happy to give out restaurant recommendations.
Well, it's I love finding good restaurants. Mm-hmm. And that's that whole Maven thing in
I'm not sure which
book was that?
I don't know.
Is that
Maven is the researcher.
It's not Tipping. Is it Tipping Point?
It might be. I have to look that up.
By Malcolm Gladwell. Anyway, we can't remember the book.
No.
There's this term Maven, who is someone who, as a networker, is the one people go to for recommendations, be it food, wine, books, whatever the case may be. And I like to be that person. So
you are.
We're going to jump into it. We're going to talk gifts. After Margaret, I think you're searching. Are you trying to figure out? Tipping Point. Malcolm Gladwell. Read it.
Definition of Maven: one who is experienced or knowledgeable, expert.
Oh, expert. It's a good term.
Mm-hmm. They like to be the expert. Yeah, like I know several people who will refer to you for restaurants, or I have certain people in my life that I look to for appliances because I never want to do the research. And so I know they've probably bought the top of the line and they've looked at it. They've researched the heck out of it. They've like practiced, like they bought it, they actually have it. And I just go to them because I hate researching appliances.
This is actually funny. Someone posted on Facebook that they were shopping. I think it was Harrow, station
Oh,
that is looking for recommendations for TV, like what TV to get.
okay.
And I've researched this for years. I know exactly what TV I want. Like,
Yeah.
and so I mentioned, someone tagged me because they knew I would know.
Mm-hmm.
So I threw my recommendation up there, and then it's amazing how people hate on nothing, right? These trolls.
Oh.
So someone trolled me and is like, yeah, if you like fake colors. And I'm like, what's a fake color? Like, aren't colors, no matter what color they are, aren't they an actual color? Like, what do you mean fake color? I don't know. It was weird.
People are so strange.
Comment.
People have so much time.
And if people want to know what my recommendation is for TV, it is a Samsung QLED TV.
QLED.
The one I actually just recently purchased one. I've been watching them
I'm gonna put the links to everything in our notes
for 4 to 5 years. When I first came across these TVs, is $5,000 for a 75-inch TV,
wow,
which is way beyond what I would spend for a TV.
Yeah.
Anyway, with Black Friday pricing, I ended up getting an 82-inch.
Dang.
For less than $1,750.
It's gonna be in your face. It's gonna be like you're gonna be in the movie.
Oh, I brought it home and Jill was fit to be tied. Which is funny because I got her approval kind of ahead of time. We talked about it. We didn't talk about the 82 inches versus the 75, but it barely fit in the back of my pickup. And then we brought it in, and it's so big.
Yeah.
It's like a dining room table.
Yeah.
Like that seats 8 people.
Yeah.
That's what I brought in, and she's like, "This looks really big." And I'm like, "Don't worry. After all the packaging's off, it won't look that big." Yeah. Meanwhile, you can probably see it from space. All right.
What's
Margaret,
the first thing on your list?
On my list?
Yeah.
You have so many more.
I have
items.
quite a few. Well, it's turned
And
into,
I've been talking nonstop.
like I told you.
You got to take over.
Okay, I
You're
will.
the
I
senior
will.
host.
I mean, it kind of turned into my own personal wish list. And then this is what I had to do. I had to journal
you
it
don't
out.
Own these things?
Some of them I own, others I don't. So I realized like my favorite things I looked up Oprah's list. And so I had to tell people some of my favorite things if you need a gift for someone.
Right. Okay. I think these should be things we own first.
Oh, we own first?
I think all that you've experienced, that you've received, and you know for a fact.
Okay.
That
Well, there's
work.
just 2 that I have to say that I don't own yet, but I really want, and I think are great gift
let's
ideas.
save those to the end.
The end. Okay.
Let's stick with
so
things
my
we
first one that I know and love would be my. I don't wear it all the time, but it's my red lipstick because it actually works. And I got it recommended from a friend of mine who does hair and makeup all the time.
Yas, queen.
And it's Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. It's $24 from Sephora, and it will not leave your lips. And I'm big on this because I will not wear lipstick.
Not leave your lips.
I will not wear lipstick if I know it's going to come off because I already have fairly prominent lips. And so I do not necessarily want them to stand out more if it's going to look like crap. So this stuff actually works. It's amazing.
You know I hate lipstick with a passion.
I know, which is why I put it on my list too because I thought it'd be funny.
I hate it so much.
I don't love it on everybody, but there's sometimes on occasion when it just like makes a statement.
Well, it's just I know this is I don't want to go down this path of like cliche, but you all do that for each other. Girls wear lipstick and makeup mostly for other women, not for men.
You think really?
For sure. Most men would prefer women that wore little to no makeup.
Yeah.
That I know. And lipstick is a hurdle, an obstacle that gets in the way of what I want, love and affection. It's like kissing someone who forgot to wipe their mouth.
Oh,
you know?
jeez. Oh,
and it's like,
God.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. It often comes up with Jill and I because she likes that gloss, like lip gloss, but it's really sticky.
Yeah.
And she maintains it like a pro. And so I'm like, hey, before you do that, kiss me, so I don't have to get stuck in your tar pit.
Your tar pit.
On the tar pits that are on your lips.
Oh my God, you're hilarious. Do you want to go back and forth on this one?
No, I mean, what?
Do you want now?
Oh, you want me to pick a lipstick?
Yeah.
Yeah. No lipsticks. All right. Should I just go in the order I wrote them down in?
Yeah, no, do whatever you
All
like.
right.
I'm going out of order on mine.
I actually think this is a pretty great gift for almost anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like to do sometimes is I'll find a super quality, a product I just like love, and maybe it's just a higher quality than its competitors. And I've had former girlfriends try to steal this product from me.
Wow.
In my literally, they tried to take it out of my house.
Oh, I think I remember this. Yeah.
And so my number one recommendation for gift giving is a Berkshire blanket.
Ah, yes.
And now these Berkshire Blanket Company, they make specifically if you go to Throws, they make these extra fluffy blankets. My family, and they're huge too. You can get a big one. Ours covers a family of 5.
Yeah.
And we call it a seal pup blanket because it feels as if the fur was harvested off of baby seals and combined to make this blanket. It's so soft and warm.
It's called Berkshire
Berkshire Blankets.
Blankets. Okay.
And so if you go to Throw and go to extra fluffy tipped, that's the one that we have, and it looks like a I don't know, it looks like a seal pup. And anyway, when people come over, they always remark on it. And so I started giving it away as a client closing gift and as a present. So what's great about this gift is it's $30 to $60. And if you want to buy like 10 of them, and then when you need a gift for someone, you have it on the ready. And people love it. So
that's a good idea.
In fact, it was funny. I got my hair cut yesterday. And my stylist, who's a client of ours also, Amanda, she said, your name probably comes up once or twice a week.
Oh, really?
And I didn't have any reference point for this conversation.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, why? And she's like, that blanket you got us. Like, our kids, every time, they're like, who gave us this blanket? And so I've actually thought about contacting them to get like a Pickett Street logo embroidered in a corner and then just order a bunch, and then that's part of our closing.
Yeah.
Anyway, fantastic blankets. You can attest, right?
I can.
You're
Smooth as
underwhelming me, Margaret.
I don't think I've actually experienced the blanket.
You have one. I gave you one. What are you talking about?
Isn't that a different one? Isn't that
it's
a
the
different
same
one?
company.
It's the same company though, but different look than the ones you've gotten recently.
Yes.
Okay.
And how's that blanket?
It's soft. It's soft as a seal.
Oh, we're about to have words.
I actually use it every night, like to go to sleep.
Because it's so soft and you feel it against your skin and it lulls you to sleep.
Yes, totally.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay.
Google it.
Google it.
Because if you go to Berkshire Blanket, it takes you to some random site. But if you Google Berkshire Blanket, I promise these are the
I'll put the link in the notes.
Bomb Deezy. This is where you jump in, Margaret.
My turn? Okay. My second favorite thing for the year is my Calvin Klein belted puffed sleeve jumpsuit that I got at Macy's. I have all 4 colors. And if you're looking for something for a lady who's taller, literally I put it on and I was like, oh my God, it's exactly what I've been looking for. And so it's great because it's not a suit, because I'm not really a suit person, and it's not a dress. It's like a fantastic in between. So it's at Macy's for $139, probably on sale right now.
For people that are having trouble visualizing this, I think it's something. I saw something similar to it in Hunger Games.
Oh my God!
Like, it's something you could probably wear a hat with this. I feel like.
Oh, of course you could wear a hat. It comes in houndstooth, red, green, or black.
It goes really well with that lipstick you recommended.
It does. That's my second gift.
We are gonna have so different. This. You like so far you can wear all of yours.
Yes.
All right, my second recommendation. Well, we're just whizzing along here. I'm going to slow it down. No, I think giving alcohol can be a little tricky for a lot of different reasons. One, you don't know if people are into certain types of alcohol. Wine, whiskey, do they drink it all? If you do know someone's into alcohol, then it gets trickier because if someone's way into whiskey, and you get them, like a run-of-the-mill whiskey, it's gonna have the opposite effect of what you want. And at the same time, you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on something you know nothing about. So I'm gonna recommend this. It's kind of a surprise, to be honest, and what I'm gonna recommend is Angel's Envy Rye. So Angel's Envy, I think, is a surprise because it's probably more of a commercial grade whiskey. But I'm not talking about the whiskey. I'm talking about the rye. And anyway, the rye is exceptional. In fact, Total Wine will only let customers buy 2. It limits customers on how many you can buy.
Why?
Because it's in demand and it's not easy to find always. But Total Wine has it for about $85. And I'm telling you, if you know someone who's into whiskey or bourbon, they will be impressed by this. It's a very, very complex but easy drinking rye that I think will knock just about anyone's socks off. So,
cool.
Angel's Envy Rye.
I like it. I like the name. All right, we're going back to me again, and this is another item that you can wear most of the time, worn by ladies, but there are some men that wear MAC Extended Play. Go laugh. Extended Play Gigablack Lash Mascara. Because I literally went on a hunt this year for better mascara because I was wearing mascara that people informed me was from the 80s, apparently. That was what they said, at least my followers on Instagram. So I wanted something that I could wear throughout the day and wasn't going to make me look like I had raccoon eyes, because after about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, I'd go to the restroom and I had like mascara underneath my eyes. It was obnoxious. And when you're go, you want to make sure it stays. So my friend Jared recommended this, and it's $20 at Nordstrom, and I'm addicted. It stays all throughout the day, doesn't come off, and then it comes off at night with like just basic water. Don't even have to add any soap or anything. So I am in love with it, and I buy it now 2 to 3 at a time. I'll be buying it for the rest of my life.
We have such different lists. It's not... Can you repeat the name of it again?
Yes. MAC is the brand. It's the Extended Play Gigablack Lash.
Extended Play.
Extended Play.
Gigablack. So it sounds like a gigabyte. It sounds like a technical device at first. Mac Extended Play.
Yeah.
Extended Play. That's like a game.
Mm-hmm. Come on out and play. Extended Play.
Gigablack?
Gigablack. Yeah, they got to get creative, with the names.
How much is that product?
$20.
Oh, it seems affordable for a Mac product.
I was using a mascara that comes in. Everybody would recognize the bottle. It's like bright pink with a green top. And you get it when you're like 13 and you're just starting to use mascara. And it's Target, like $6.99. But it's just crap.
Does it say lip smackers on the side of it?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. All these girls on Instagram are like, oh my God, Margaret, no, you shouldn't be using that anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Literally, it was like a 4-month search.
Is that your voice for female trolls on Instagram?
Yes.
As Margaret takes a sip of her Bailey's on the rocks.
It's tasty.
It's tasty. We're switching things up today. I don't, whiskey is dedicated to ASMR episodes. This is a seasonal episode. And on this seasonal episode, we are warmed by the creamy texture of Bailey's.
I didn't run this by you, but I'm kind of wondering what you think about this.
Oh, please.
Aside from our favorite things, I want to publish the stop doing list, like I mentioned to you, about things that people stop doing in 2020 when you think about goals. So I'm giving them this month to fill it out and put it on social media. And I want to kind of have a prize, because we always have prizes, I was thinking about allowing whoever wins to like sit here in studio with us during an ASMR and whiskey episode and just observe us.
What an idea. Observe us.
Who wants to sit in studio? I know some
we
people
have
that have already
listeners
asked.
Around the world. So you're going to have people, we're going to fly people in for this?
I mean, I wasn't thinking about that part.
Right.
But I was thinking that they might want to.
If you can get your horse to Bothell, Washington, then you can watch us talking to a microphone. That's very exciting.
Hey, you know what? I thought it was.
Right. Hey, not whatever you want to do, Margaret.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to continue in the alcoholic
in the realm of alcohol.
My third, this is a bottle of wine.
Ooh.
I feel like this is a good recommendation because I think wine is one of those things that people don't know much about.
It's true.
And it can be a great gift. If it's a good bottle of wine, it can be an exceptional gift for people that enjoy wine. it can be a little bit hard to know what varietal and everything else. And then wine can be anywhere from, $4 to hundreds of dollars. The wine I'm going to recommend is a $65 bottle of wine. You can get it on sale sometimes for about $50, but it drinks like a $75 to $100 bottle of wine. And it's called Melo Napa Valley Cabernet.
I haven't heard of that one.
And the label's interesting because it has like a mad scientist on the front of it. And he's looking at the glass of wine kind of enthusiastically. Anyway, it's a cool label. And the wine is great. Napa Valley produces some amazing Cabernets. So for $65, you're not breaking the bank, and they'll be impressed when they get it. Delicious. Indeed. Like, if someone got me that, I'd be super happy.
Really?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Often people, when they give me wine, they probably overextend themselves, and I don't want that. I mean,
they want to impress you.
I like a $90 or $100 bottle of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm not expecting people to spend that much. Mm-hmm. I think it's better. I think a wine gift that's a great wine gift should be affordable, but taste unaffordable.
Mm-hmm.
Taste expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And so this Melo, it's on the higher end, I would say, for most people on a daily drinking basis. Mm-hmm. But for a gift, it's a nice gift.
I like it.
Yeah. And then if you want to go big, just buy me a case. And I can.
Is that available at Total Wine?
It is available at Total Wine.
Okay, cool.
Margaret, I'm dying to know what other thing can't you live without that you put on your face or wear on your body?
Well, we're moving on from that.
Oh, we are.
We are. Yeah, and we're moving on to something that I have not yet experienced, but I would like to, and I think it's a fabulous gift idea. It's
Space
called
travel.
Pack Up and Go. It's a 3-day surprise travel trip that you can take individually or with other people, and there are gift cards available, so you don't have to do the entire price, because the price ranges. If you're a solo traveler, essentially what you do is you purchase a package from them, anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000, and they plan a 3-day trip for you, and you have no idea where you're going until you get to the airport and you open the letter, and boom, you're going to San Francisco. And they've packed you, like, they've planned where you're going to stay. They have an itinerary, a flight.
Is there a flight in every one
Everything,
of these?
yes.
There's a flight.
No, well, you can choose. There can either be a flight. You can travel by air or by car.
Rickshaw.
Yes.
Oh, by car.
So they have a solo option, or they have a multi-traveler option if you want to travel with friends. But that's like my kind of trip, because I'm realizing how much I appreciate spontaneity. I would just love to go to the airport, have no idea where the heck I'm going. I want to go by myself. I want to book one for myself and just end up going somewhere, no clue. Like, you can pick some places prior so they know where not to send you. Like, if you've already been to a bunch of places, you can put that and when you sign up for it.
What if they go, you open it and it's like Leavenworth, Washington?
They would not do that
which
to you.
Which is 2 hours from here, and we've been to
You
a bunch
could say,
of times.
I want to be someplace warm. I want to be someplace with sand. You can give them some specifications. But I think it's such a fabulous
sandbox in the back of my...
I think it's a fabulous gift idea, and I would love that.
What's that called again?
Pack Up and Go.
.com?
Yes.
Yeah. For the listeners, Margaret found this like 2 years ago.
Yes.
And won't stop talking about it. She hasn't done one yet, but she'll talk about it all the time.
You're welcome.
Man, I haven't even touched my Baileys, and you're like almost done.
Yeah, I'm a quick drink.
Are you ready for my number 4?
I'm not sure
favorite
I am.
item? You're not ready?
No.
Do you want to get yourself ready?
Okay.
All right.
Ready.
I think this is, well, heck, my kids would like this. I think it's a good business gift. Apple AirPods and Apple Pro AirPods.
Yes.
The AirPods have become just a part of my everyday attire. Like, I don't leave the house without them. I prefer to talk on the phone this way.
I agree.
I think it's great for productivity in the office. I don't have the AirPod Pros.
I do.
Which are the You have them?
I do.
You have the...
I got them as a gift.
From... Oh, well,
Yeah.
never mind. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Someone loves you.
It's really nice. I use them for meditation now.
So they are noise canceling, wireless
Not
AirPods.
as good as the Bose, I have to say. However, really awesome for being just in your ears. Like.
Right. So those are $250. The regular AirPods start at $160, and they are light. They are not an impediment to wear for a long period of time. Clarity is good. Functionality is good. They're very well designed. In fact, I think this is probably Apple's greatest product since, you know.
Mac?
No, I was going to say like an iPhone even.
An iPhone.
But it really has, like, they sell a crazy amount of these. And if you can change someone's life with these things. If they don't have these, they're not cheap, but they are exceptional. I gave my daughter my old ones, and one of those doesn't work in one ear, and she still loves them. Like,
wow.
Yeah. Apple AirPods and AirPods Pro. When did you get these? I didn't hear about this.
A couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Wow.
It's been delightful. I fully support your endorsement.
Was this a just because gift? Because
I think it was just because of her belated birthday.
Your birthday is not
6 months ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to hear my next suggestion?
Do you wear it on your face or body?
No.
Okay.
It's at my house. It is
hammock.
An Irish Scott print.
Ooh, good call.
I had to check the website before I came in here, but they're available on iCanvas.com. And right now they're doing one of their Christmas sales. And they do these sales probably every 3 months or so, but it's 55 to 65% off prints. So you get some really cool prints for a really decent price. If you're looking to gift something to someone who loves art, get it.
Irish Scott, I think you'll find in episode 5. I think it's episode 5.
Yeah, towards the beginning.
We interviewed her, and she's a friend of ours who is a fine artist. She grew up in the Pacific Northwest. She moved to New York, made it as a fine artist in New York to the point where she could move wherever she wanted, and she moved to New Mexico. And her art work is phenomenal. She was commissioned by the Democratic National Committee to do a portrait of Hillary Clinton. Highly recommend her work for sure. She has some cool pieces. And if you have people that are dog lovers specifically, she has this shaken dog series.
Yeah.
And people love those. So check them out. All right. Now, the next two I've mentioned before on previous episodes, but you know what? It should just further go to show my belief in these products. Next up, in the $45 to $65 range, the Hydrate water bottle.
Oh, yeah.
This is the smart water bottle that has a sensor inside, so it detects how much volume of water you're drinking. So if you have I was not good about drinking water on a daily basis, and I wanted to be better. And so I need, what's the word I'm looking for?
Notice.
I need notice.
You
need to drink water.
You need a notification. You need some sort of a visual reminder.
I needed a cue.
Yeah.
And so this bottle lights up. So in the app, you put in how tall you are and how much you weigh and how much water you want to drink a day. And then it keeps track of your consumption. And then if you're falling behind in a day, it'll flash, it'll glow, reminding you to drink. And so I find that I don't need the reminder now, but it got me into the habit of carrying a bottle around and then taking regular drinks. And then once you drink more water, your body craves more water. And so then now it's pretty natural for me. I don't pay attention to the glowing light or even check how much water I'm drinking. It just got me drinking water again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So after you buy the whiskey and the wine, then you should chase it with
get the water.
Hydrate water bottle.
I like it.
Can be purchased on Amazon, again, between $45 and $65.
You gonna do your last one, or do you want me to do mine?
I just did mine.
I thought you had. Oh, you had 2 more.
No, I have. That was one of the 2.
Oh, okay. Here's another one for you that I do not yet have, but plan on attaining. The purple mattress. I've done some research recently, and it is a phenomenal mattress in comparison to all the others. I've looked at. My parents got one of the box beds, Nester, I think it is.
What are you trying to say?
There's like a variety of boxed beds out there now.
Right. Well, they're not.
Tuft and Needle.
Delivery to your
yeah,
home.
avocado, like all these different ones. And so I'm really intrigued with purple, and I want to get one. So I put it on my list.
All right. Did you try one out?
I did. I went to the U Village and laid on all the beds.
Were you wearing your pantsuit?
I was wearing, my very comfortable yoga pants and a t-shirt. And the girl said, try them all out. And so I did, kind of like Goldilocks. Yeah. She said there are several people that will go in there to take naps that are like work in the village. And one of the girls fell asleep for about 3 hours on one of them. But the interesting thing about them is they have taken that netting, that purple netting, and also made it into pillows and then seat covers for the office or your car. And so I'm kind of intrigued by that. I think, I don't think I realized how much the mattress can impact my sleep. And then I've had this mattress for 10 years. It's about time, probably. Yeah.
Purple's the way for you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So yeah, buy someone a mattress, a giant purple mattress. Costs thousands of dollars. But hey,
they have some good deals right now.
Yeah, good deal. They're having. I think that's such a weird gift. Here's a mattress.
I would love that as a gift. Are you kidding?
All right. My next one, I think it's not very sexy to talk about or sexy to give.
Like a mattress?
But I tell you what, I'm going to say you should buy 2 to 4 of these and give it to somebody. And you're going to revolutionize their life. And they may not know it, and it's going to be a weird moment when they open it. What I'm talking about is the Host Defense My Community mushroom capsules. This is a blend of 17 different species of mushroom in 2 gel capsules that you take daily. A month's supply for one person is about $50 a month, which is expensive. I understand that. However, I haven't been sick in 2 years. It's December. Literally, the last time I was sick was 2 years ago, December of 2 years ago. Tim Ferriss wrote, I first found out about it because someone in one of the books that we read, is it Tribe of Mentors?
Yes.
Where he asked the same questions of everyone. Someone had said, one of the questions is, what's the best thing you've spent under $100 on in the past year? And the very first story of that book, someone mentions this product, which is a daily mushroom supplement that you take, and how if they take it religiously every day, they haven't been sick. My fiance works in a hospital. Prior to us taking this supplement, she'd be sick often, once a month, once every 6 weeks. And since taking it, she's been sick a lot less. I have not been sick at all because I'm not in that environment. She actually she mentions this at work as well because people are always looking for like little hacks to stay healthy. And so this nurse came up to her and said, "Hey, I just want you to know my entire family's sick right now." And Jill's like, "Well, that's a weird story to tell me. I'm sorry your whole family's sick." And they go, "No, you don't understand. My whole family's sick, but I'm not. And I'm not sick because I've been taking that. I ordered the mushroom supplement that you talk about all the time. And I've been taking it, and it works." And so that was a cool unsolicited testimonial that we got.
And soon you'll be actual influencer for the mushroom capsules. Probably.
Right. The guy that owns Host Defense, his name's Paul Stamets.
Yeah.
And he wears a mushroom for a hat. Like, it's a literal mushroom, like,
It's perfect.
pounded out and then shaped like a hat. And he gave Joe Rogan one of these hats, which is hilarious because when are you going to wear a mushroom hat outside?
Oh my gosh, all the time, every day.
But he's so practical. He's like, oh, but if you ever need it, it's a great like fire starter. Like you can light it on fire and it'll like burn like an ember for a long period of time.
God.
So you can use this mushroom tip to like do flaming arrows or all sorts of Viking type stuff.
I like it.
But I'm a big believer in mushrooms and their the benefits of them. If you know anyone that suffers from, I'm gonna get this wrong. Let me think about it for a second. Is neuropathy when you have like tingling in your feet?
Yeah, I believe
and
so.
Stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
So Jill's mother went through a cancer scare, and she did chemo and radiation. And she had one of the side effects of cancer treatment can be neuropathy, which is a pain and tingling in your limbs, hands and feet. It can be anywhere, but in her case, it's in her feet. And so it made it to where it's very uncomfortable to walk or stand for long periods of time. And we gave her, they recommend a mushroom, like lion's mane is a specific species of mushroom. And if you take it with like a B12 or a B vitamin, it has tremendous neurological growth effects. And so it can actually regrow damaged nerve endings. And so like it really helped. It literally took away her neuropathy.
Wow.
Now, in order for it to continue to work, she needs to continue to take it. And she hasn't done that.
Yeah.
But if you have anything that is like nerve pain, I highly, highly recommend you look into different types of mushroom supplements. And that Host Defense company is based out of Olympia, Washington. Paul Stamets is a very smart dude, and he's one of the only people that has a license from the FDA and USDA to research all types of mushrooms and their growth and everything else. And he's a leading charge for psilocybin being legalized in places like Oakland and Denver. And so the next wave you'll see after cannabis legalization is you'll hear talk of psilocybin legalization. And really what that is it's just using the psychotropic elements of mushrooms for to help with like PTSD and some psychological issues as well.
I'll have my dad check into that for.
And
he
rather,
definitely has issues with his legs.
all I'm quoting from is basically 2 episodes of Joe Rogan where he interviews Paul Stamets extensively for 3 hours at a time. So if you have any interest, check out those podcasts. Paul Stamets, Stamets, and check. And I just highly recommend. I did it for the team. I bought everyone a month's supply, and I said, "This is your healthcare program, right?" Like, I could spend, if you spend $50 a month, just imagine not being sick, like not having a cold, not getting the flu, not being down for the count.
Yeah.
Think about how your productivity is impacted by being sick, and I promise you this $50 a month can make a difference.
Yeah, that's inexpensive for that.
All right, let me step off the mushroom soapbox for a second and pitch it over to Margaret.
All right, my last idea I've decided is an idea or suggestion for a rainmaker. Although, an EA could do this too. But one of my favorite gifts you've ever given me is air miles. And I think it's brilliant. We have air miles because we use the credit card for the business already. And so it's a really cool gift for an admin because they can either use it for vacation, visit family, friends, and for people that love to travel like me, it was perfect. So I had to mention that idea. I thought it was great.
Yeah, we put all the business, not all, but most of the business expenses through a credit card for the purposes of air miles. And I haven't paid face value for airline ticket in
Long time.
years.
Yeah.
And so, when things are lean or times are lean, I still want to bonus Margaret. And so we got in the habit of, I'd be like, hey, take 100,000 miles or whatever, or, and then Or if you're planning a trip, use some miles to help knock the cost down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's there, and it's a pool that continues to grow. So it's a great low cost but high benefit way of gifting or bonusing your people.
Totally.
You said last, but I know you have a bunch of other stuff.
Well, I mean, I have a multitude of others. Would you like me to run through the rest?
Well, let me give my. I have one more thing.
Oh, you have one more?
down, but
Okay.
it's not really a thing. It's more of a concept.
Okay.
And that is, I like to give the gift of experience as well. So for me, that would be concert tickets. I've bought you tickets to concerts before. Comedy shows. I remember I bought Christy tickets to Coldplay, and it like changed her life. You remember what a big deal that was?
Oh, yeah.
And they weren't nice seats. They were expensive, so they were up in the nosebleeds. But she died.
Oh, yeah.
That she was able to go.
I took Sarah Trosky to Sarah Bareilles in the second row. That was phenomenal.
So I think experiences are pretty. If you know someone and you know what music they're into or comedy they're into, like, or even a podcast. Like podcasts do tours. Check out an opportunity. Try to find something that's an opportunity.
There's so many ideas out there for experiences.
Well, and people often, they're like, I can't afford to go to a concert, so I'm not going to even look.
Sure, yeah.
Like, people aren't mindful of that.
Yeah.
And then, like, last night, I saw someone's coming to town that one of my close friends, it's her favorite band. So I texted her husband a link, and I said, hey, this is a great gift idea for your wife. And he's like, you're right, it is.
That's awesome.
And
you just saved him a lot of trouble.
yeah, so I'm a big believer in that. I will say, for people in the Seattle area, I'm going to highly encourage you to become donors of the Seattle Theater Group. STG Presents is a group responsible for maintaining the historical theaters, the Moore Theater, the Paramount Theater, and Neptune Theater in Seattle. I've been a donor for 3 years, and I will continue to donate. And it's also a great, one of the perks is you get a concierge line where you get to buy tickets that aren't available to the general public for face value. So I get great seats every time, and I actually use this as a closing gift for people as well, where I'll be like, hey, will you look through the calendar of events and then pick out a concert or a comedy show you'd like to go to? And then I am able to buy those tickets at face value. And in one case, aftermarket tickets were 2 or 3 times what face value was. And so the perceived value to the person I gave it to was huge.
Yeah.
Far bigger than the actual cost that was required for me to obtain the tickets. So if you want information on that, reach out to me and I can put you in touch with the right people.
That's a cool opportunity.
What else you got there, Mo?
I have massage. The gift of massage,
Oh.
always a good gift. Unless you really know the person does not like to be touched or does not love massage. My mom would be one of those, actually. She does not really enjoy massage.
Here's my problem.
Okay.
If you give me a gift card, I will never use it.
I know you're the worst with gift
I
cards.
am.
Like I no longer will give them to you because I realize
know.
this, but I mean,
I don't.
like there's been some really awesome opportunities that have been missed.
I know, but it's too much
So
work.
I love gift cards because I like to have the joy of picking out whatever I want. So like I will take, I think it might have been, I forget who was on the team at some point that told me that they do a gift card day where they get all their gift cards that they've ever gotten in the last year, and they do like a gift card date. So they go to a restaurant, they go to a movie, maybe they go buy something at World Market or Target, whatever they got. And I loved that concept. So I started saving them.
Oh, you can go to Cheesecake Factory and
Anyway, I love a massage.
Spencer's Gifts.
And now, oh my God, now I know where I typically gift people massage, which is Spa Via, right down by Green Lake. It's my place. It's my jam. So that was one of my ideas. I also put gift cards on there, and I put a letter.
No to gift cards.
Last year, when I was lower on funds, we do a gift exchange with my family, but for everybody else, I actually just wrote everybody a letter. And that was pretty impactful. That was cool to see. And then the last idea I had on there were headphones, Bose headphones, because I love those ones so much.
The Noise canceling ones.
Yeah.
Wireless.
Yeah. Definitely wireless.
Yeah, and we should explain to people how you use those, because it kind of makes.
Oh, sure. Well, I love them for at-home meditation too, because it's like surround sound. You're like in the chanting
It's
or
like
whatever
you're
you're
in a
listening
float
to.
tank, right,
Yes.
with music on.
I can't believe it took me so long to try it, but you got them for me at work so that I could put them on to completely cancel out noise, because whenever I'm working on a new project, I need silence. And it's also a notification or sign to people outside of me, like, hey, Margaret's focused. This is probably the time when you're supposed to be doing lead gen anyways. So, yeah, it's an outward signal that I am focused and not to interrupt me. Yeah.
And you get a massage, and you get a massage, and you get a massage.
And you.
And you get a massage.
I love this list.
Do we get call this Mopra's favorite things?
No, it's got to include your name.
Jesse's too.
It's got to be like Messy or something, or J-Mo.
No, let's not do that.
I think it's Finally Clicked's favorite things.
Finally clicks. FC's favorite things.
For
FCFT.
2019. Yep. I like it.
I also ideas, just because I think I'm a good gift giver. Related to people's like favorite music or comedy. Merchandise is such a big thing now with YouTubers and now artists as well are offering merch. So, if you know someone's into, who am I into right now? NF is somebody I like a lot right now. My daughter is into Alessia Cara, and so you could go to Alessia Cara's merch store and get a hoodie or a t-shirt or whatever. I got something like that for a family member that they're not going to expect, but they love it because it's an artist that they love, and it might be something they wouldn't buy for themselves because let's be real, they're a little overpriced sometimes. And but it's still a good time to do that because they'll often still have Black Friday or Cyber Monday or holiday specials on their inventory. So
this has been an excellent episode.
Well, it's been an episode.
I'm going to be curious to see which of our listeners purchased one of our gift ideas this year.
Yeah, I want to know. Let's hear about it. I want to see someone wear all of yours at the same time.
All, yes. The jumpsuit plus the lipstick
This is
and
my
the mascara.
houndstooth jumpsuit with my red lipstick and my MAC Gigablack.
Jumping on a purple mattress.
Jumping on a purple mattress. Can you do that on a purple mattress?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought I went to my daughter's volleyball game last night, and I think it'd be a good idea to get me one of those purple seat things.
Yeah.
My twice broken tailbone was.
Yeah, that's a hard bench to sit on for longer than 10 minutes.
Oh man, and it's just like there's no getting around it.
No, it's awful.
Do they make it in a donut shape?
They probably will soon.
I would.
They make them for dogs.
Can you imagine carrying that into a public place?
Totally.
Like a donut purple pillow.
Absolutely. Hey, I'd do
for
it.
my broken tailbone.
Heck yeah.
People could think what they want. Now, there's a man who's not afraid of his hemorrhoids.
Oh my God, yes.
Any other ideas? I'm not a fan of giving away branded material like Pickett Street. If I gave someone a Pickett Street logo or shirt, that's not really thinking of the person.
No, I mean I don't mind that for team members. I would do that for team members, but I mean somebody asked me the other day if we had any Pickett Street branded thank you cards, and I said no, and I didn't take a second to explain why we don't. But I mean I love the Pickett Street brand
because we're not that grateful, really.
But I don't think it needs to be on everything that we give to clients or.
We have a lot
friends.
of Pickett Street brand. We have Pickett Street branded
boxes, tissue paper, yeah, shirts,
socks,
hats.
That's a new thing this year. That's kind of a big is to get socks with someone's face all over them.
Oh, I don't know that I do that.
There's this guy on Survivor who has his kid's face on the socks so that he can always see his kid.
Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, that's different when you're stuck on the island. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot air balloon. I want to do that too. I almost put that on my list.
What?
I want a hot air balloon ride.
I thought you wanted to own a hot air balloon.
Oh, no. But I did talk to the guy at the Northwest Event Show about the cost and everything for a group. Because I was thinking about it as a possible extra activity for the retreat group if they wanted to pay for it. And then I asked him how much it would cost to put our Pickett Street logo on one. And that is actually an option to have it all over the basket, the balloon. It costs I think it's like $10,000 or something. But then they fly it all over King and Snohomish County. So I was like, good to know. I mostly just want to ride in one. Thank you. But they take you from Marysville down to Lake Tapps, which is down by Tacoma, and they actually dip you in the lake in Lake Tapps.
That sounds great.
They don't dip it all the way in; they just tap it in.
Right. Can I take a ride at a prehistoric device? And then
Would you want to do that?
Gently tap me
Have
on
you
the
ever
top
wanted
of the
to
lake?
do a
Because
hot air
if things
balloon?
go wrong.
Have you ever wanted to do a hot air balloon ride?
No. So, Miles City, Montana, where I grew up, the Chamber of Commerce tried a few different things to try to generate tourism and stuff. And so they had this balloon rally for 5 years. So it's this hot air balloon rally where people came from around the world and then they'd all fly their balloons in Miles City, Montana. And it was kind of cool the first couple of years, but then it petered out really fast. So I think I have a memory of riding in one that was tethered, but not going anywhere.
Oh, really?
I can't remember. It's so long ago.
Huh.
That I don't trust my memories as much anymore.
Well, I know they do the hot air balloon festival down in Arizona now. Montana's an interesting location for one.
Oh, you know this about the Hot Air Balloon Society?
Oh, yeah.
In Arizona.
I've had my eye on it. No.
You're into some weird stuff.
Yeah.
It's
true.
You're yeah, I know. That's typical.
I think when people sit back and listen to us, like Jaggles recently in the office, whenever you come in, I think there are, I just know. I know. People are thoroughly entertained by when you and I discuss things or go back and forth on stuff. It's just
right.
Hilarious.
They'll dip you into the water. Yeah, that's called drowning. That's called murder, Margaret. They're no, you're in a basket. Yeah, but then there's this giant
huge balloon above you
that comes down on top of you and seals you as if in a
Oh.
watery tomb.
God, that sounds awful.
No, I don't want to. You know what? It is prehistoric form of travel.
Yeah.
And let me show you a few videos of the
Oh,
Hindenburg
no, don't show it to me.
and all the worst hot air balloon fails. It's not good. It's not good.
Huh.
Do you want to become a cartographer? Is that why you want to get in a hot air balloon?
A cartographer.
Someone who makes maps?
Oh, to be no, hell no. Boring. Way too slow. I would literally throw myself out the hot air balloon and try to find a way out.
I am so impatient. It impedes my life so much. I wouldn't consider doing a hot air balloon for that reason. That's too much time.
Yeah.
No way. It's a factor in my life. I think about it all the time.
Yeah, you do.
No, so Jill and I,
do.
we had a really busy week with Thanksgiving, and she worked a bunch, and the kids' schedule and moving things around, and it's exhausting to me. And she's like, and in a text, she's like, apparently an 8-hour day and one child's event is busy to you. And she's saying that's nothing, right? And I'm like, hey, that seems like a lot. Back off. But it's not just one event. It's my daughter's in volleyball, my son's in basketball. My life is not my own now.
No, I have memories growing up of when my brothers were in sports, and I was never in sports when they were in the season, and we would spend 8, 9, 10-hour days on Saturday and Sunday watching them play either baseball, basketball, whatever it was. And I just remember sitting there thinking, what the heck? Thankfully I had a book or something to do. But just hours upon hours of our life spent watching and just being there. I mean, it's part of growing up, I guess, but I can't imagine doing it now.
Yeah, I took the boys, they're both 10, to Sayla's volleyball game. And they're sitting there and they're they're bored out of their minds. I'm like, you guys can go walk around. They're like, we can? I'm like, yes, please do. Your boredom is contagious.
Yeah.
So, my daughter's the best cheerleader ever. She's a volleyball player.
Yeah.
But she's the one that's after every play, doesn't matter if it's good, bad, or otherwise, she's high-fiving every member of the team. And she will wait there with her hands up while 10 people go in front of her until someone finishes the high five.
Oh, I love that.
I told Jill we were watching the game, and I'm like, this is like a comedy show to these girls. If they do a bad play, they laugh. If they do a good play, they shriek and laugh. They're so happy. We're just like, we're so happy just to be playing volleyball.
Yeah, it's hilarious to watch volleyball at that age. It's really fun.
Literally, there's nothing they can do on the court that isn't super entertaining to them.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, that was so silly. I totally screwed that up. They're like, the ball went backwards.
Oh my God. I think part of
oh
it
my God,
too
Emily,
is like,
it's so okay. You got it.
part of the thing is that you're like also on show for the first time, probably in a long, like you're old enough to recognize what's happening. People are in the crowd watching you. It's kind of this weird like adrenaline rush because you're performing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. One girl cried at the end because she,
really?
they lost the game, and her on the last point, it was her like error.
Yeah.
And she cried
Lost
real
it.
hard. And Sayla's like, hold on, Dad, I gotta see if she's okay. Everyone's running to her aid.
Oh my God. I have such good memories of that.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Middle school?
Middle school, high school, club. Yeah, I was just telling somebody the other day that I was middle hitter, which is a very central role on the team, and I was having
Sounds like it's central.
awful
Middle.
Yes, I was having an awful game, and so my coach took me out, and I just cried like this angry cry on the side of the court because I was pissed at myself. I was pissed, and I got it all out. It took about 6 minutes, and then he put me back in, and I went in and I hit it straight down on the 10-foot line, and I was like so freaking jazzed. He was like, if you just need to cry it out next, just let me know, and I'll let you out anytime you need if you're gonna come back in and do that. So it's a interesting, like it's very different from basketball, which is more like constant motion. It's a lot of start and stop in volleyball, and a lot more plays, especially in women's volleyball. So it was I loved that sport. That was my favorite sport.
Volleyball.
Yeah.
Not my favorite.
Plus, all I had to do was stick up my arms and maybe jump an inch, and I'd block most of the balls. So there's not a whole lot I had to do.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
You're every volleyball coach's wet dream.
Yeah. Pretty much. And when I was a freshman coming in and trying out, I remember distinctly the coach coming up to me and saying, could you please put your arms up? Okay, yeah, varsity. Yeah, we'll be putting you on varsity. You might not play much the first year, but you'll play the other 3. Good God. I was the most bewildered little 9th grader. Yeah.
Not little 9th grader.
Not little at all. No. Already 6 foot.
Right? That's
Didn't-
the last.
didn't know what
you
to do
know
with
what you
my
don't
body.
want to do in middle school and 9th grade? Stick out.
At all.
No.
At all. Yeah. Took me a long time to get comfortable with my body. I'm still
Sayla's-
almost there.
Sayla's like, Sayla's a very sweet girl. Very nice. Doesn't have an evil cell in her body. And that's a challenging place for, middle school's a challenging place for
It's
someone
super
like that.
challenging. Yeah.
So we're really just telling her to like,
Just get through
get
it.
through it.
Yeah.
Like at high school will be different.
Yeah.
You're going to shine in high school. Just don't be nice to people and don't lie.
Yeah.
And they'll remember it
Yeah.
and keep
It's
going.
true. I did not enjoy middle school at all.
Oh,
High
it's
school was a
brutal.
little bit better. College was my jam.
Oh, gosh.
I was.
That's everyone's story, by the way. You're like this is unique
I don't know.
to you.
There are some people that absolutely adored high school, had the best time, had the best friends.
Yeah, they peaked then, too.
Okay, good point. Solid point. Thank
Right.
you. I did not peak in high school.
That's Gary Keller's one recommendation in life. Don't peak too early.
Can you really control that though?
Can you control it?
Yeah.
Can't you control kind of everything?
I mean, not everything.
People that peak too soon live off the glory of that
They do.
early success.
Yeah.
Instead of striving for more.
Oh, so they just need to strive for more and then they're okay.
Well, you're the big fish in the tiny pond.
Itty bitty baby pond.
And then they release you into the giant ocean.
Yeah, I have my 20-year high school reunion coming up this summer, and I've been contemplating volunteering to help organize it or be a part of
Oh, of course you are.
And I've never done that before. I've never seen another soul from high school outside of maybe 2 friends because I haven't really had a desire to. I'm a completely different person than the Margaret I was back then. Like, was it 360 degrees?
180.
Thank you, 180.
I hate it when people do that. That's like one of my top
That's
pet
why.
peeves.
That's why I had to ask you.
Oh, one of my top pet peeves is I'm 360 degrees different than the last time. I'm
Right back at the
That's
beginning.
right back where you were. So you're exactly the same.
No, I'm 180 degrees different.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. God, I hate that so much. I can't even keep quiet when someone does that.
Yeah,
I have to educate them. I have to be really 360 degrees.
I'm right back at the beginning, right where I started.
And then I go, hey, can you spin around 360 degrees? Can you illustrate your story? Can you illustrate with your body how different you are? And then I said this before, but it's my other one is osmosis, when they're like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, I'm going to put this book under my bed, under my pillow. I'm going to learn it through osmosis. I'm like, really? In an aquarium? Because you're going to be in a large body of water, drowning. So you can learn it through osmosis, which is diffusion through water. Do you really mean diffusion? Do you really mean I'm going to learn this through diffusion, which is how particles reach a homogeneous state through air versus water?
And what's your favorite word of the day today? Because mine yesterday was lament, and I couldn't get over to thinking about it.
We used lament like 10 times
We
yesterday.
did, yeah.
Well, the one that came to mind is because you're in the room is pontificate, which is one of your favorite
pontificate,
words.
yes.
So I think that's kind of...
That's a great one. Gonna pontificate right now.
I like nostalgia right now.
Nostalgia's a really great sounding word and looking word, too. I like how it looks.
You know where it comes from in my head?
Where?
HBO has a series called The Watchmen, which is based on a graphic novel series.
I think I've seen one or two of those.
And they have this drug called nostalgia that is people's memories infused into a capsule. Oh. And isn't that a cool idea?
That's cool.
What a great name. I thought nostalgia was a great name for like a street drug of people's memories.
Uh-huh. I like that.
I like it too. Also on our list, nostalgia.
In a letter. In a cup. Nostalgia in a cup.
Yeah. Huh. All right. I think this has run its course. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Let us know if you liked our product recommendations, if you bought any of these as gifts, if we inspired you.
Take a picture with yourself and the product and put it on social media. I want to see that red lipstick out there.
Yeah. Your Gigablack. Can you get other products in Gigablack?
I don't think so. I'll have to check.
Well, Gigablack, is that a word? Actual
It's probably
thing?
like a fun toss off of gigabyte, like you were saying earlier. I don't know. It just works and it's lovely.
Huh. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. See you next time.
See ya.